This game is called Disturbed. Another dull day passes as you struggle to manage your failing farm. Your crops are beginning to wilt and your cow is sick. Okay. For some time, the land has been very quiet. The air has grown thick and foul. Each passing day, you feel more uncertain if things will ever return to how they were before. Perhaps it is up to you. You've made up your mind. You are going to do something about it. You stand in front of your humble home, pondering what you should do next. Go in the shed. You attempt to open the shed door, but the door won't budge. You remember locking it some time ago, but you can't remember what you did with the key. Go in the house. Entering the house, you feel a subtle uneasiness, as if the growing blight outside has penetrated the walls of your safe haven. From what you see, however, everything is just the same as you left it. Perhaps this may be a good time to just lay in bed and wish that your problems will go away. You fight the notion, but the temptation is still there. Don't go to bed. Let's read our journal. Dear Journal, another usual day on the farm. The crops are growing with good health. Beth Ann is also doing quite well, never disappointed with the milk she provides. If things continue to go well, I may be able to invest in more animals. A farmer can only be so social with the cow. Dear Journal, today has been an unfortunate day. Somebody broke into my shed and stole some things. I usually don't mind if someone steals a bite to eat from the garden, but to take my equipment, well, I put a lock on the door and hid the key. Nobody will ever get into my stuff again. It doesn't say where he hid the key. Dear Journal, I woke one night to a foul smell I've never come across before. I took a step outside to see what I could find, but I found nothing after searching about the farm. Whatever it is, it must be bad. I should make a trip to the city to see what this is about. Okay, well, let's look in the chest then. You open the chest and find nothing more than a pile of papers. It seems you have less valuables than you anticipated. You close the chest. Well, that's all we can do. We don't want to lay in bed. I guess we'll go to the farm. To the crops. A path divides the crops you have labored so hard to prosper these past months. A penetrating odor reminds you that your plants are decaying away and time is running short. Go into the pen. Aww, Beth Ann. The toxic flume burns your nose as you enter the pen. Your poor cow lays lifeless on the ground as a growing blight slowly begins to consume her body. You feel sick to your stomach as you stand here, especially as you stare at the black mushrooms that dot the ground. Beth Ann. You inspect the water looking for anything abnormal. You notice that the water has a dark consistency to it. Dropping a stone into it, black particles from the bottom swirl about like a thunderstorm. Your face shrivels in disgust. You kneel down and grab a mushroom. As you begin to rip it out of the ground, a cloud of spores spray from the mushroom. Your hands begin to burn and melt as you observe them. Slowly, your body shrivels up into a dark, moist consistency as the poison spreads. You die, eventually, after crawling about on the ground. Your adventure ends here. Okay, well maybe we should try that again, eh? Let's go to the crops. So, don't touch the mushrooms. Go into the pen. Poor Beth Ann. Inspect the water. Leave. Alright. Follow the path. You continue down the trail for a while until you see a cave off in the distance. You pause, questioning if there should be something helpful in there. Fuck it. There's a faint whistle from the wind passing between the rocks. The temperature significantly cools as you enter the cave. You notice that there is a different smell, but you welcome it, comparing it to the deathly blight found outside. Go big or go home! We're about to get eaten by a bear. Fight the bear! Okay, no. The moment you turn to run, the bear roars with a deep growl, shaking loose the stones about the caves. All you can think about is making it back home in one piece. Okay, we got killed by a bear. Do you think we can fight the bear? Let's try to fight the bear. I ain't scared. Can I save? I guess not. I feel like it said it at the bottom and I did not notice. Q. Let's see if we can fight the bear. Fight the bear. You scan the ground and notice that there are numerous rocks you can grab to throw at the bear. You begin to do so as the bear approaches you. One after the other, you throw the rocks as hard as you can. Ah, okay. Well, we fought the bear and the bear won. So, yeah. We exit the cave, continue down the path. You come to a stop as you stumble upon a broken wagon. You look about the mess and find bits of food and clothes gathered about the scene. You notice a key on the ground during your search. You pick up the key and continue on your way. After what felt like an hour or two, you reach a bridge. Nearby the path is a small shack, similar to the house you have on the farm. The man that lives here is a kind fellow from what you can recall. Maybe he's home? You walk towards the structure and knock on the door. You scratch the back of your head, figuring that the person that lives here is currently occupied, if not elsewhere. You remember picking up a key from the wagon and you use it on the door. The door unlocks. You decide to help yourself in. Observing the empty room, you realize something terrible must have taken place here. The room is a wreck, just like the wagon. You are overcome with fear as you think of the man that used to dwell here. You pick up the book and start to flip through the pages. You discover that this is a journal. Reading a passage or two can't hurt. Today's trading went smoothly, thank goodness. What am I thrilled most about, however, is what one of my buddies mentioned to me as the conclusion of our day. Apparently, there is a pond nearby that has some of the biggest fish in the region. With a good catch, I can make enough to move things forward. I was caught off guard when he mentioned that nobody has been able to catch any from there. I guess your typical fishing rod won't do the trick, but what can be done about it then? Something to be intrigued about, I suppose. These past couple weeks have been really rough for me. My trading business has gone under, and I have lost nearly everything I own. This has pushed me to extremes, but that can't be helped now. I am leaving this place forever, never to return. The land is dying, and there is nothing but darkness here. Anyone reading this should leave all they can. You can't find a name to give this man, but regardless of the name, you've got chills running down your spine. You observe the trapdoor and notice a lock keeping it closed. With the key, you unlock the hatch and get it open. Without thinking, you travel downward. Walking down the steps leading below, the air attacks your body with a piercing cold. You notice immediately that there is a woman chained to the wall. She doesn't seem to notice you as you study her. You feel darkness around you as you stay in this awful place. You tremble as you try to form words in your mouth. You there, let me out of here. The pressure of such a demand makes you freeze. You take a moment to think about the situation before you respond. What got you locked up to begin with? You'll never believe me even if I told you the truth. Something brought you here. Please, have mercy on me. Ugh. You approach the woman and unlock the shackles that bind her. As her arms become free, she moans in pain. Oh, thank you so much. The woman struggles to regain her strength, but starts to stand up on her own. As she gets up, she turns towards you. I will now do you a favor. Okay, we read the journal. Do you think that we should... Let's just try. Go down there and then leave her there. Let's just leave. Yeah, okay. You cross the bridge safely and continue down the trail. After all that has happened, you feel that you should take a moment to rest. You find a spot under a tree and sit down. Getting comfortable, you tilt your head back against the tree and gaze into the sky. Pick at the grass. As you pick at the grass blades in your reach, the ground begins to shake. Before you can get up, roots from below sprout from the ground and wrap around your legs. Are you kidding? What the fuck? All I did was pick some grass. Okay, well, apparently I can't pick at the grass, so I guess we'll take a nap. Your eyes close and your body relaxes. You fall asleep within seconds. As your mind wanders, you see a blurry image. Details emerge as you gaze. You wonder who this might be. A bad feeling then overcomes you, and you realize who this is. You try to wake yourself up. You wake up and jump to your feet, looking about yourself and your surroundings. All seems well. You can't help but feel fearful that something bad will happen to you if you stay here. Moving forward seems like the only logical option now. Why don't you go back home, sir? You reach a point where the trail splits into two paths. Which way should you go? Left is always the answer. Just go straight. Run into that tree. Whew. After continuing down the path for some time, you come to a stop. You notice that there is some sort of a trail that leads you through the grass up toward a nearby hill. If you had not stopped, you probably would have never noticed. Which way do you go? Oh god. Follow the trail in the grass. What the hell? King Arthur shit. Following a subtle trail in the grass, you stumble upon what looks like a grave. It's probably not a good idea, but, you know, curiosity killed the cat or whatever. Before you can touch the sword, a ghostly figure appears before you. You freeze before the apparition. The sword, may I have it? The blade is cursed. I am bound here by the pain of my past. If you desire this sword, free me from it. You slowly motion for the sword. Fool! Only something of a pure essence can free me. A rare hope, like a flower found in darkness. I am a flower found in darkness. Let's not. You listen to the specter and leave the sword. Okay. You pause to see that there is a lake nearby. The trail continues on to your right. Let's go to the lake. You step near the lake and look down into it. Resting underwater is an orb of some sort, sitting on the bottom of the lake. There is something strange about it, as if it was calling out to you. Why the fuck would I just dive in the lake like that, fam? You close your eyes to jump into the lake. You open your eyes to see the stone sitting before you. You start to make your way toward it. Oh, I get eaten by fish. Oh no, I get eaten by fish. Oh no. I got eaten by a fish. Let's try to take the sword. Fool. Rip. You pause and see there's a lake. I mean, we can still inspect the lake, just don't jump in it, right? Leave. Now is probably not the time. You pause to see that there is a lake nearby. The trail continues to your right. Let's go to the trail. The faint trail comes to an end. There is a collection of stone pillars down the hill. Beyond the hill is a large field of grass. Let's look at these pillars, I suppose. You stand before the large stones arranged in the shape of a circle. In the center is a stone with what appears to be some sort of slot or hole. No doubt about it, something is meant to be placed there. Seeing that you can't do anything, you head back. Let's go in the field then. You find yourself gazing over a grass field with hills rolling off into the distance. Oh, hello! A unicorn! Surely the unique powers of a unicorn can help you with your quest, but there is clearly something wrong. If only there was a way to charm it. How does one charm a unicorn? We need to go backwards, keep going backwards until we can take a right at the path, I guess. Let's go right. You reach the end of the pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. A gate secures passage to the area with a wall around the property. Also of interest, there is a tree that has a hole carved into it. Inspect the tree. You approach the tree and notice the hole is big enough to fit your hand in it. You look and see something shiny in the hole as if it were metal. Feeling around with your hand, you find 3 knobs. One on the right, one centered in the middle, and one on the left. Oh boy. The knobs lock in place. You wait for a moment, but nothing happens. It must be some sort of combination. Okay, we tried left, right, middle, right. Let's try middle, left, right. Middle, right, left. Right, left, middle. Right, middle, left. What? That's literally all of the combinations that could be possible. Oh! Everything goes dark and you sink below the surface. The hole above you seals up, trapping you underground. You find yourself with no evident way out but the path before you into the darkness. Your only choice is to move forward. What the hell? You see 3 separate paths within the walls of the cavern. Which path do you choose? Follow the knobs, right? Right, middle? Oh, an enlarged mushroom sitting in front of you. A steady river of water flows between you and the mushroom. No, fucked up. No, well, that other mushroom killed us when we touched it. But, you know, whatever. You walk towards the mushroom as if there was something more than what meets the eye. Walking forward, you take a step into the water. To your dismay, your foot hits no bottom, and you fall in. You grab to reach hold of the edge, but your body freezes stiff. I did. Go back. Now go left. You walk forward into the dark, unsure of what lies beyond. As you make your way forward, you discover a large cavern. An old-looking ship rests against the edge of the lake, with debris scattered about the surrounding area. Inspect the ship. You cautiously walk toward the ship. The air is chilling and you fear it won't be a good idea for you to stay too long. The possibility of discovering something that can help you drives you to explore. You climb aboard the ship. As you take a moment to observe your surroundings, you are only welcomed by the trickle of water brushing against the wood of the ship. You move about to see where you can go. Every footstep you take feels heavy, and you hear the sound of wood cracking under your feet. You feel the ship has been here for quite some time. You explore under the deck of the ship. Nothing but the sound of your footsteps bounce about the structure of the ship. From one room to another, you come to discover a kitchen. Although there is nothing unique about it, you feel you should take a moment to inspect it. The drawers, yeah? You pull out one after another, finding that they have been emptied. Dust spreads about the air as you disturb their rest. Checking underneath, you discover a rusty knife nesting on the floor. You find that there are plenty of hardened rat droppings dotting the edge of the wall. You take the knife in hopes that you may defend yourself with it. Well, do you think we can kill the bear with the knife? You see a lone pot sitting upon a dusty stovetop. You gaze downward and open the oven door. Nothing but ash fills the oven chamber. You close the oven door. You continue your lonely tour of the ship, only to find that there is nothing of use or value. You make your way back to the deck and continue your search. Again, you find nothing much but empty rooms left to remain in dark solitude. You discover a door with fancy markings about the woodwork. Perhaps this is where the captain resided? You discover the room of the captain. Unlike the other parts of the ship, everything seems to have been left alone in this room. Before you rests an old wooden desk with papers and assumed belongings of the captain. There is a small bed off near the corner of the room and some chairs in the other. You have a deep feeling that you shouldn't take anything. Other than the lamp and other objects, there is a small stack of papers, in contrast to a lone paper resting by itself. Approaching the desk, you begin to inspect the papers resting on the desk. Loan document, probably. Notice to the crew. Due to our unexpected predicament, everyone is being split up into 2 groups of 2 and 3. Scouting assignments will be given until we find a more habitable place to settle. For now, we must do what we can. Peering about the pages of this collective pile of documents, you realize that most of these are personal notes or journal entries. You pick a few and begin to read. Day 7. The voyage has gone quite smooth and we begin our second week away from home. The spirits of the men are high as we anticipate the discovery of new lands that lie beyond our documented knowledge. It has been my dream to accomplish something world-changing. Together we move forward with full hearts and unbreakable spirits. Day 66. It has been over just 2 months out at sea, and we have yet to discover anything new. We have suffered through many storms, and sickness has plagued the ship recently. Several of my favored crew have passed on to the next life. I see the growing doubt in my eyes of my fellow laborers as our voyage continues day after day. Food rations have been cut in half, in fear that we may have to turn back. I dare not let myself think of failure. Those men who have lost their lives, the sacrifices to make this voyage possible, I cannot let them be in vain. Day 91. It has come to roughly 3 months out here on the endless blue. With much pain, we have decided to turn around. Yes, we are headed for home port. We have just enough food to make it back. I just hope we have a smooth journey back. The spirits of my crew are low and bitter due to our failure. I do not let myself get caught up in thinking of it. Truly, we did not intend for this to happen. Seeing that there is little left to see, you take your leave. The wood under your feet crackles as you exit the vessel. Okay, let's go to the left. You move forward into the darkness. Oh my. Wait, did we circle back around? I should have been writing this down. Maybe we did circle back. We did! Okay, so we already went right and left here. And this is where we went right and found the ship. So let's go left. You move forward into the darkness. What? Okay, let's go forward here then, because I believe that this is the beginning. You cautiously step forward into the darkness. You come to a divide. Which way do you go? We're gonna just keep going right. You hear a subtle echo of shifting rocks before you. An eye appears before you as its gaze pierces the darkness. Before you can do anything, tentacles burst from the ground and grip your body. It pulls you about, but you resist as much as you can. You remember the knife you have found and struggle to bring it out. With success, you hold the knife and begin to cut away the appendages that bind you. The room vibrates as you do cut, and the creature immediately leaves you alone. It takes you a moment to catch your breath. You come to a divide. Which way do you go? Let's go right. The path you walk comes to an end. Before you shines a pillar of light. The light rests on a corpse that seems to have been here for quite some time. Near the corpse stands a lone flower. For some reason, you feel hope enter your heart as you gaze upon the flower. Surely this flower will ease the pain of the specter. You approach the flower and carefully pluck it from the ground. There is something special about this flower. Light continues to pierce through the darkness from an opening above. Surely this gives you some hope that not all is lost. Seeing that there is nothing else for you here, you turn around. Let's go left. You continue your way into the darkness. We're back at the beginning. So we're gonna go left, I guess. You cautiously make your way through the darkness. Isn't this... Oh. Oh no. You notice that there is a light off in the distance, and you continue to make your way forward. Eventually you make it into some sort of concrete room. Turning around, you see a hole in the wall where you came from. Your guess is that it wasn't part of the initial design. You turn around to see a door. There being little to nothing in the room, you decide to move on through the doorway. You find yourself in what looks like a basement. You turn about to discover that in each direction there is a door. Boxes of supplies and debris litter the floor and corners of the room. You notice that there are several markings on the doors and floor, some of which scare you. You got a bad feeling about this place. Maybe we should just leave. You walk about the room, browsing through the dust-covered storage. You find some rope in one of the boxes. It feels strong to the touch and has minimal wear. You decide to take the rope. All of these doors look scary AF. You enter a small room. There is a large cauldron in the center of the room, with wood resting beneath. There's nothing on the shelves, as if someone cleaned this place out. You look into the pot, but find nothing in it. With nothing else to see, you exit the room. Oh, this is where we came from. Oh, we're back at the beginning. I like how we cannot leave the cave, though. We went right? So, that was left. We went right. Straight looks kind of sus, but you know. You enter a room full of metal cages. Before you is a hallway marked with questionable markings. You don't like the feeling you have about this place. Whatever was in these cages surely did not like being locked up. You notice that there is an animal in the cage on the left of the room, but from the dark stains on its fur, it is dead. You cautiously walk down the hallway, entering a room with two What? I don't know what just happened there. Oh, a large hound leaps in front of you. The beast doesn't look very vicious, but one wrong move can surely be the end of you. You pull out the knife and prepare for an attack. The dog reacts and starts to growl at you. Heck! Even with the knife, you merely cut the beast before it knocks the knife out of your hand. You don't survive long and die a painful death. Okay. Alright, so the only way left to go then is the door behind me. Alright, enter the door behind you. You walk up the steps. You enter a large room. The air is polluted with dust, and spiderweb covers the walls and ceilings. Where should you go now? Outside. Like outside? Oh, I'm curious. Let's go in the far door. The door struggles to move, but you enter into what appears to be a The air is thick and the room is a mess of web and body parts. You notice that there are a couple items in the room that could be useful. If nothing else, there is a key on the ground that you will no doubt need. Heck! Before you can even act, a large spider falls from above. You have no doubt that it is hungry. Without hesitation, the spider attacks you. You pull out your knife and stab the spider when you can. Unfortunately, the knife doesn't scare the spider and it bites you with ease. And we did. Okay. So, logically, we would probably want to go upstairs. Ooh, a private library. There is a passageway before you with bookcases on the left and right. Let's look at the books. You take a moment to look at the books. Some of them catch your eye. Ooh. A forgotten power. Flipping through the pages, there is one in particular that has ink markings all over it. Raw energy is a powerful substance not to be trifled with. It is merely myth that such energies exist. One does not simply stumble upon a pillar of godly power. Even if such a fate is yours, bare hands cannot contain the force. It must be bent and channeled into a specially crafted vessel to carry it. There have been accounts across time of individuals possessing such power. Although they pass away as sand, their relics of power remain as powerful artifacts. This says power a lot. Like, even just on this page, power. Might? You flip around until something grabs your attention. Pillars of stone. Oh yeah! Years before the current times. Special way, circular pattern. In the middle of the circle would be a stone or two for the keystone to rest on. The next page has been torn out. Of course it has. Art of charming is... Oh, this is how we probably get the unicorn to come to us. We need to play it some sweet jams. The harp. Vicious dogs to shy unicorns. Huh. You walk up more stairs. You pause as you notice a stone carving of a person praying that is attached to the wall. There is something odd about it, but you can't put your finger on it. With caution, you continue up the stairs. Oh, we can't examine the statue? You enter a strange room with a large globe centered about the room. There are windows that let the light shine through. You notice that there is a chest resting against the wall to the right. You also notice that there is another passageway like the previous room. We gotta open the chest! Approaching the chest, you notice there is a lock fastened to it. With no key to unlock the chest, you decide to leave it alone. Heck! You climb the stairs to find a wall ending your path. Above the end of the wall is a stairway to a hatch. Hell yeah, brother! You made it to the top of the tower. Before you is a stone of power, resting upon an altar of rock. Dark vines have entangled the structure as if they were feeding off the energies of the stone. Heck. You definitely feel weaker being up here, as if the stone is sapping away your energy. Can we destroy it? This may be your only chance. You approach the stone and grasp onto it. Oh, damn it. Heck. I wonder if we can... Oh, I didn't even see inspect the globe. You study the globe attached to the floor surface. The craft is made of metal, and there's fine details in the grooves. There are various markings and names scattered across the globe. It takes you a moment, but you find a marking of where you are. Aramore. You notice that there are some hand-drawn markings within the area, made with black ink. There must be something close by that has interested the author of these markings. To add to the mystery, there are similar markings on other areas around the globe. Okay, that didn't really help me at all. Let's see if we can even go back. Yeah, okay. You hit on your head and tumble down the stairs like a rag doll. Are you kidding? Okay, what have we learned? Blah, blah, blah. Let's retrace our steps. Outside. Huh. Standing before the tower, your heart begins to sink. This is no doubt the birthplace of the spreading plague. There is a fountain before you with statues on your left and right. Ooh. We're gonna die so hard. There is a dark haze about the fountain. The water is black and the smell burns with every breath. You feel a slight pull towards the fountain as if it were calling for something. Oh, you see an old statue of an angel that has been consumed with vines of thorn. The angel is holding a book in one hand, the other with one finger pointed up towards the sky. You feel it best to leave the statue alone. Before you stands an old angel statue that has broke in many areas. With one hand, the angel is holding some sort of bowl, while the other hand is hovering above the bowl. You notice that there is only 2 remaining fingers on the angel's other hand. You feel you should keep your distance and just observe the statue. I wonder what any of that means. You reach the end of the pathway. In the distance is a tower looking over the area. Oh, we're back in front of the tree. Let's go to the gate, then. You approach the gate cautiously. Oh, well, okay. Can we go home, then? We have a knife. Will that help us in any way? I don't think so. Well, we can't go back. And left just goes to that lake, right? Oh, no, we got the thing. We got the flower to get the sword. Without hesitation, you reach for the flower to give it to the spirit. The spirit grabs the flower from your hand as you extend it to him. You feel a subtle breeze blow by as the figure fades away with the flower. Hell yeah. A faint whisper dances about the air. I am free, at last. You feel a sense of relief within you and reach for the sword. You now wield the special sword. The lake Do you think we can kill the fish with the sword? It seems like it might be hard to wield a sword underwater. Oh, you're probably right. It's probably for the spider. Well, we're gonna try this because we're here. A large fish. You grab your sword and hold it close, pointed at the fish. The fish swims with you with haste. Just as it gets in range, you thrust the sword into the top of the mouth. The sword penetrates and goes through the forehead of the fish. It struggles about in pain as blood filters through the water. Yay! You pull the sword out and the fish retreats out of sight. You doubt it will live long. With the fish no longer a threat, you make your way to the orb. Holding it in your hands, you feel it vibrate as if there is energy inside it trying to break loose. This must be important. Yeah, we got the orb, beaches. I don't think we can do anything with the unicorn. Oh, yeah. Those pillars. Put the orb in the hole. Yeah. You place the orb in the slot carved into the center rock. The stones that surround you begin to glow. The light radiates and glows brighter. With a flash of light, your surroundings change. The ground no longer is grass. The newly discovered floor appears to be very old, as if crafted by somebody long ago. Rubble and stone near the edges of the platform also hint that this is an ancient place. Looking onward, at the end of the pathway is a fountain of light. There seems to be no beginning or end, an endless power steadily flowing. You are amazed at such a sight. Sure. The light intrigues you and you walk towards it. Rays of light brush about you as if they are seeking to break away from its home. You feel the energy flow into you, but you struggle to contain it. Your body begins to glow immensely, and you burn from the inside out. Oh my god. Okay, leave. You know you can come back at a later time. You pick up the orb. What? Okay. Go back to where the plath spit. Go right. Let's see if we can kill the spider with the sword. Yeah. Oh my god, are you kidding? Grumble, grumble. I wonder if I can put the orb in the bowl. I guess not. Okay. The tree. We went left. Right. Behind us. Oh, or maybe the dog? Maybe I can kill the dog? Not that I want to, but let's try the spider first. You pull out your sword and stab the spider as it lunges at you. Over and over again, you stab the monster. Each time it squeals in pain. Hell yeah! The spider flees into the darkness overhead. You hear it motioning about, possibly to strike again. You notice the key on the ground close by your feet. Before more trouble happens, you quickly grab the key and make it for the door. Nice! You feel you got what you need. There is no reason to go back in that room again. Yeah, let's go back downstairs and see if maybe we can kill the doggo. It was left, I think. No. Was it straight? Yeah, okay. Before you can do anything, a large hound leaps in front of you. The beast doesn't look very vicious, but one wrong move can surely be the end of you. You pull out the sword. Immediately the hound gets aggressive. Nope. See, I guess I have to find some sort of instrument for the doggo and for the unicorn. But Where have we not gone? So left is where we came from, right? Yeah. Okay, so let's go left and then left again. I think that's all we haven't done yet. Oh, what? I wonder if maybe we can unlock that chest with the key we found? I also wish I could look at my inventory. That would be nice. Because I keep forgetting what I have. Chest. With the key you found earlier, you try it out on the lock. The lock clicks loose and you open the chest. The harp! You discover a small wooden harp resting on linen cloth. You take the harp and close the chest. Let's go charm a pupper. The beast doesn't look very vicious, but one wrong move can surely be the end of you. You pull out the harp and begin to pluck the strings. Oh, yeah, good stuff. The hound begins to wag its tail. To your surprise, the beast walks away as if it were charmed by the harp. You never give it much thought, how powerful music can be. Oh, I should have saved before I did this. You enter the cell on the right. You see a wooden table on its side, some debris on the floor, and a large hole in the center of the room. Well. Seeing nothing special, you motion toward the hole. You discover a passageway underground. Unfortunately, all you can see is fallen rock, blocking the way through. Seeing that there is little you can do, you go back where you came. Alright. You open the door to find a skeleton positioned in the corner of the room. There is also a bed and some chains attached to the wall. You have no doubt this individual was locked up for a long time. Inspecting the skeleton, you notice a ring on one of the bone fingers. There is a faint glow of light emanating from the ring, as if it were magical. You may find such a ring useful. You take the ring and put it on with a perfect fit. Seeing that there is nothing of interest here, you leave the cell. I charmed the pupper, and I got a ring. Don't know what the ring is for, but we'll figure it out, you know? Let's try something, I guess. Let's go outside. Let's see if we can put the ring on this statue. No. Can I put it on this statue? No. Okay. Well, let's go charm a unicorn then. Alright, we're gonna go left. We're gonna continue down the path. Oh, did I goof? Oh shit, I goofed. Let's do the unicorn first. And then we'll go this way. Continue on. Continue along the trail. Explore the field. There we go. Play for the unicorn. You suddenly remember the harp you found. With the harp in hand, you pluck the strings. The soothing calm comes over you as you listen. Hello, unicorn! The unicorn glares at you and you begin to hear a faint voice in your head. Human, have ear for my words. A great evil has gripped these lands, and it has rendered me powerless. You must find some way to stop it. I wish I could help you, but without my full power, I can do little. The fate of this land depends on you. Is that all? You realize that you are alone to complete this quest of yours. This is no longer about saving your farm. You must save the whole land from the spreading darkness. You turn back as you question what you should do next. I wonder if having that ring will help me go towards the light. Let's give it a go. Yeah, let's try it. We're probably gonna die. Oh, you remember the ring you have found and point it towards the light. Your hand trembles as the light flows into it. Before you can think, the ring begins to burn and you stumble back. Light shines brightly from the ring. You notice a subtle warmth to it as you observe. You feel that you accomplished what you must do here. You pick up the orb. Okay. Do you think now we can put it on the statue? Go to the... Wait, we can't get in the gate. It won't let us. Oh, it did. Okay. Let's try it. No? Huh. Okay, so I felt pretty confident about putting the ring on the statue that just had the one finger up, but apparently that is incorrect. So let's go back towards that well. Inspect the well. You peer down into the well. Other than the evident water at the bottom, there is a coin resting against the wall of the well. If possible, you feel you should go down and take the coin. Yeah, sure, man. Let's do it. You pull out the rope. Oh yeah, I forgot we found a rope. And fasten it to the wall. You climb down with ease and obtain the coin. You struggle to pull yourself up and out of the well, but you do so successfully. Then you loosen the rope and store it away. Okay. You feel somewhat satisfied that you are 1 coin richer. Okay, let's keep going, I guess. Ooh. Walking over hills of grass and grain, you reach the walls of Aramor. Several times a year, you come here to trade goods from the farm. You discover the plague has spread to your farm. That has spread to your farm has also spread all the way out here. The path before you is overrun with blight. Whatever. You have come a long way and you don't desire to turn back now. You march forward into the tainted soil. Oh, god damn it. Maybe we can put the coin in the bowl? Let's see. No, we can't. Can I give the coin to the fountain? The water is black and the smell burns. You pull out the coin you found and toss it into the water. The coin disappears with a subtle splash. The water then fizzes for a moment, quickly returning to a lifeless state. Surely this must mean something. What does it mean? Huh. Did we miss anything? In this tower? I don't think we did. Maybe we can attack the stone on the rooftop now? Since we got the Ring of Power! The Ring of Power! Destroy the stone! You stretch forth your fist and point the ring at the stone. You can feel a resistance as if the stone is trying to defend itself. You try to keep hope and focus on the ring. A burst of light shoots from the ring, penetrating the stone. You feel the very air shake about. The ground beneath your feet begins to vibrate. The ring becomes heavier to hold in place, but you know that it is working. You feel confidence and a sense of joy sweep over you. The light intensifies, nearly blinding you. The ground beneath you shakes violently, as if the tower itself was trying to stop you. What little fear in you becomes powerless as you focus on your task. Everything goes white, blinding you completely. A weird sensation comes over you, and you feel as light as a feather. You begin to feel a tingling sensation all over your body as you hone your senses. The feeling suddenly flees your body and you find yourself motionless. Everything is cold, and your ability to concentrate begins to leave you. You open your eyes, witnessing what is left of the tower. You begin to feel something. Warmth. Light. It is coming back. Ah, magical unicorn! You lack the strength to talk as the unicorn comes into view. Light emanates from the horn on its head. All you can do is smile as the creature approaches. The light intensifies. You may have saved the land, but the unicorn has come to save you. Your adventure does not end here. Oh, okay. But it does. It seems like it might end there. Well, that was fun. I enjoyed that.